There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Ready up. Set.
They begin with a run by Miller. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kendre Miller, 76 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Here we go.
To throw now, here's Love. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
Love. Flushed out right. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And this is picked up by the Saints.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
A first down carry now for Miller. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Little short pass here to Hill, and he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
Smith, red. Set, ready.
Running left is Miller. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 86 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Set, cut. Set, cut.
Throwing is Rattler. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, Rattler. Dancing to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have taken a 13-0 first-quarter lead.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with him. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Here's Groupie for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first-quarter lead. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Well, now how about this return? And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down.
Ready?
Love looking to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second.
What a hit right there. Good hit, Breeze. Good hit, Breeze. Who else hit him?
What will that do to their play calling? Do they feel like they have to be more aggressive? Because they're throwing to start the drive here, but it winds up incomplete.
On the set.
2nd and 10.
Hut, hut.
Love from the gun. Eluding the pressure right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Packers nothing.
Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Got it.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Down.
Now Love. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A gain of 39 that time. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Let's go now.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs, from 10 yards out. And the Packers have got it back to within a score. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
On the double.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Here we go.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Let's go.
Again, it's Miller. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Rattler. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. McManus now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Rattler wants to throw it. It's Hill, complete. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Quick completion here to Johnson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
22 needle. Here we go, set.
They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Ready.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. Buying time to his left. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Oh, that one got away from him. Short distance kick missed. No good. Way wide to the right. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So from nothing less there than chip shot distance, a tough miss from the right hash mark.
Well, this is just a wobbler. I mean, he knows he's got to get it going left, but that was right all the way.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Come on, set.
To the air is Rattler. Being chased out left. And his throw is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Here's 2nd and 10.
97. Down. Hut, hut. Hut.
Kamara up the middle. And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
Faster, faster.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Rattler working out of the gun. They'll get this out to Kamara. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on 4th down.
52 blaster. Ready.
And they'll run for it with Miller. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So an interesting decision at this stage of the game to go for it. You think maybe that missed field goal earlier had anything to do with it?
If it did, I'm really surprised because usually one miss is not enough to alter your game plan. My only thought is maybe he got hurt or maybe they just understand that it's not his day for some other reason we don't know right now. But in general situations, you run him back out there and let him have another chance.
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Here's Love. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. Touchdown, Packers! Josh Jacobs, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers have taken the lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Here we go. Right. Hut.
From the gun, here's Rattler. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Drill, 52. Here we go, set. Red, cycle.
Here's Rattler. Forced out to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
They set up the screen to Miller. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a first down.
Black shot. Set, hut.
They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He gets this one to Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juwan Johnson, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Saints have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. Groupie for the extra point.
It's just sticker. Nigga can even touch me.
Tied at 21.
I want to take away the plays, Madden. Take away my plays I've been playing with.
Nothing separating
And
these
then
two
they need
teams on the
to
scoreboard as the kicks away here.
only 10 plays in my favor.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39, so solid starting field position. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Down.
Love now. Looking deep here for Dobbs. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter. Over the middle, complete. That's Miller. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Here we go. 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll set up to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the first down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Though, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call. He lost 6 there on the first down play. They got the ball to the outer third of the field, but they could not seal that edge and lost yardage.
And I love how you brought that up because sealing the edge is often a function of the offensive tackle on the line of scrimmage, oftentimes a tight end, maybe your H-back, someone to set the edge at the line of scrimmage to give them a spot.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Ready. Slide through. Ready.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. A throw left side, reeled in by the rookie wideout. Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
Here's second and a yard.
Here we go. Here we go. 6, 7. 6, 1.
Now back to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The Lambeau faithful making as much noise as they can. It's third down. Out to the right here to Wilson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here we go. Set. Opposite. 3. Ready?
Inside handoff now. Miller. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's pulled in by Wilson. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. Obviously a huge touchdown for their team, but a big touchdown for a rookie quarterback here to be able to break the tie in the fourth quarter.
And he just shook off all the pressure, too, because when you think about it, tie ball game, rookie quarterback, most of them are thinking, don't make a mistake. Instead, this young man just said, I'll make a play.
Groupie able to add the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Here's 1st and 10.
Set. Ready.
Here's Love. Flushed out right.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now.
Set. Hut. Set.
Love. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
He's going to let it fly. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints have just about sewn up this football game. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Got it. Set.
The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. So this one a victory here for New Orleans, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.